Breakfast is overrated.
From Fullerton, California, we welcome you to Darling Pavilion. Southern Oregon University men's basketball getting ready for their penultimate non-conference game of the season. Happy to have you aboard. You're listening to the Ace Sports Radio. Southern Oregon started off 0-3 to start the season, and it essentially dropped them out of the top 25. They'll look to get back in with a win today. They play Hope International University. Last time out against Hope was back on the 15th of November, 9 days ago, when Southern Oregon shot 55% over the first 20 minutes to build a 16-point halftime lead, coasting to an 81-59 victory. That game, of course, was over in Klamath Falls at Danny Miles Court. They'll have a rematch today. Taking a look at Hope International, they are ranked number 23 in the NAIA Top 25. They are 5-1 overall, just behind a familiar foe for Southern Oregon and Oregon Tech. We'll send you down courtside for our nation's national anthem and starting lineups. There you have it, starting lineups for both sides. Raiders will look to get back to 500 with a win today, Southern Oregon. And they're all black uniforms, red letters, red numbers. With the word Raiders across the chest. Starting lineups for the Raiders: Elijah Jackson, Brady Rice, the senior Joe Juhala, the 6'6" sophomore Emmett Benz, and of course the hometown hero in Bryce Dyer, the 6'5" junior. Hope International will roll out with Colin Weems, Nick Hopkins, Darvell Wyatt, Jordan Edmonds, and C.J. Fisher. Hope International in all white uniforms, blue letters, gray numbers. Good crowd on hand here inside the Darling Pavilion, and happy to have you aboard as well. You're listening to Southern Oregon University men's basketball live from Fullerton, California, here on the A Sports Radio. Juhala into the center circle. He'll face off against C.J. Fisher for the opening tip. Referee throws the ball in the air. Fisher wins it for Hope International, and here we go. Hope International going left to right. Ball in the hands of Edmonds, being guarded by Rice. Edmonds working on Rice. He'll feed it along behind the three-point line. In front of the Raider bench now, baseline working is Fisher. To Hopkins. Hopkins kicks back out. Edmonds puts up a mid-range, won't go. Hope International will come down with the board and kick it out and reset. Weems kicks it into the corner. This is Darvell Wyatt working on Jackson. Wyatt in the paint, kicks out for an open three on the way. Off the front of the rim, rebounded by Southern Oregon. Elijah Jackson in transition to Juhala. Rice. Rice up top to Dyer. Dyer on the logo, over to Juhala on the wing. Rice in the corner. Juhala. Dyer picks up his dribble at the three-point line. It's a pick and roll with Jackson, and a foul called. So Colin Weems goes into the book with the foul for Hope International. 18:58 remaining here in the first half of play. Raiders inbounding underneath the Hope International basket. Rice goes long and finds Jackson. Jackson over to Juhala. Juhala back into the corner. Rice, three on the way. And Rice's foot was on the line. The out-of-bounds line, that is. And possession turned back over to Hope International. Still no score. Wyatt. Fisher. Fisher dribbling back up towards the logo. Now throws into the paint and finds Hopkins. Hopkins working on Juhala. Goes up. His shot won't go. Second attempt won't go. Third attempt finally does. 2-0 Hope International. Raiders inbound. Dyer crosses the timeline. Juhala. Rice. Back up top. Jackson. Jackson working. Still beyond the arc. Jackson starts his drive into the paint. Nearly loses the ball. Goes up with it. And the foul is called. Shot from Jackson doesn't go as his body goes falling to the corner. And Elijah Jackson will head to the line. He'll shoot a pair. Nothing Hope International. If you're just joining us, welcome. You're listening to Southern Oregon University men's basketball on the A Sports Radio. Jackson's first free throw attempt, no good. Second one from Jackson on the way, and it falls. The Raiders trim the Hope International lead by 1. Royals with the ball, crossing half court on the hand of Jordan Edmonds, the 6'1 junior. Out of Fremont, California, he'll pass it along. On the wing, Fisher loses the ball, picked up by Rice. Possession handed back to Southern Oregon University. Rice to Jackson. Juhala. Dyer, the ball in his right hand beyond the arc, hands it off. Rice driving baseline, puts up the shot, won't go, but he is fouled. And Brady Rice took a hard fall. Rice still on the floor, being looked at by a trainer. He is slow to get up.
You want me to get into it or no?
Rice looks okay to continue. We'll see if Coach Matt Zosa wants to make a substitution. So Brady Rice will check out. And checking into the game is Trey Neff. Neff played high school ball with Bryce Dyer at North Medford. Dyer will shoot the free throws in place of Brady Rice. 17:39 remaining here in the first half. Dyer's first free throw on the way is good. And we're tied at 2. Dyer's second on the way, hits the back rim, won't go, rebounded by the Royals. 2-2 ball game. This is Edmonds for Hope International, beyond the arc, still dribbling. He'll hand it off, Fisher. Hawkins. Wyatt. Inside. Working on Dyer is Hawkins, his layup won't go, second attempt won't go. Fight for the loose ball, and Neff comes away with it. Southern Oregon in transition. Fence. Dyer. Hands off to Elijah Jackson beyond the arc. Jackson, the ball over his head. 10 to shoot for Southern Oregon. Jackson to Dyer, just inside of the three-point line. Dyer working now in the paint, puts it up with his right hand. Second attempt won't go. Dyer gets his rebound again and can't get the shot off. Royals in transition after the rebound. Hawkins working on Jackson, puts it up with his left hand, and it falls. 4-2 Hope International with 16 and a half minutes left to go in here in the first half. If you're just joining us, welcome. We are live from Fullerton, California. Southern Oregon University's 6th game of the season. This is Neff. Neff puts the shot up, won't go, and a foul call. Jordan Edmonds goes into the book with the foul, and that will send Trey Neff to the line. Neff played high school ball with Bryce Dyer. The two eventually went their different ways, with Dyer going to Southern Oregon University. Neff went to Chadron State before transferring to Southern Oregon University this past fall. And Neff knocks down the free throws. We are tied at 4. Weems crosses half court. Weems hands off. Fisher dribbling on the logo with 16:05 remaining here in the first half. Edmonds. Wyatt. Royals now on the elbow, working on Juhala. Baseline kicked out. Fisher. 3 on the way. It's good. Darnell Wyatt knocks it down, and the Royals take a 7-4 lead. Raiders in transition. Dyer. Fens. Juhala. Dyer on the elbow, working. Kicks out. Fens. He'll take a 3 on the way. He's got it. Good shooting form from Emmett Fens, and he's got his first points of the game. We're tied at 7. Raiders take possession.
Yeah, we'll look at it. 13 2 seconds. So what do you want?
What would you at the break? Yeah.
Juhala. Inbounds back to Jackson.
Flip white.
Jackson defends. Neff. Juhala. Out of bounds. It was poked away by Joran Edmonds. Raiders will inbound with 22 on the shot clock.
Get open, Joe.
Neff goes one to Jackson, but it's tipped away. Royals in transition. Euro step, and it's in from Darvell Wyatt, who picks up yet another bucket. Royals lead 9-7, 14-50 left. Here's Dyer in transition. Off the glass, won't go. Loose ball. Royals let it go out of bounds, but it's Southern Oregon ball. That was C.J. Fisher. He wasn't sure who had possession. He let it go. The Raiders catch a lucky break. 14:44 left in the first half. Media timeout. We'll take one with them. You're listening to Southern Oregon University men's basketball on the A Sports Radio.
We don't have a monitor.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Welcome back inside the Darling Pavilion. Happy to have you aboard. You're listening to Southern Oregon University men's basketball on the Ace Sports Radio. They trail Hope International 9-7. These two teams played 9 days ago. Southern Oregon defeated Hope International 81-59. Raiders inbounding, they go long. Travel called. Raiders were setting up a three-man weave up top. So Southern Oregon turns over possession. Here's Hope International now crossing the timeline. Fisher. Still Fisher on the logo. Loose ball going out. Schlumont trying to save it. And it's Royals ball. Jack Schlumack, the senior, was an integral part of last year's team. Hope International inbound. Goodbye. Into the corner. Maddie Goodbye sends it along. Royals still moving it beyond the three-point line. Baseline. Elbow jumper on the way. Takes a few bounces off the rim. Won't go from Darvell Wyatt. Raiders pick up the rebound and they'll push. Anderson. Evanson in a bit of trouble, finds Schlumont. Neff loses the ball out of play. Possession will stay with Southern Oregon. 13:49 to go here in the first half. Royals lead 9-7. Raiders inbound. Schlumont. Up top, Evanson. Three on the way from Anderson off the back shelf. Fight for the loose ball. Schlumont comes away with it, puts up a right-handed floater in the paint. That won't go, and the Royals take possession off the rebound. Edmonds to Addy Goodbye. Goodbye sends along. Haynes in the corner being harassed by Anderson, and a double dribble. Whistled on Amon Haynes. So Southern Oregon will inbound out of their backcourt with 13:22 left in the first half. Evanson brings the ball up across half, finds Neff. Inside working is Wagstaff. Raiders trying to get out of trouble, they do. Up top, Neff. Southern Oregon resets, 10 to shoot. Neff drives, kicks it into the corner, 3 on the way, got it. Jack Schlumock knocks down the corner 3. Southern Oregon retake the lead, 10-9. Edmonds. Still Edmonds starts his drive from the 3-point line, kicks it back out. This is C.J. Fisher being harassed by Evanson. Fisher loses possession. Loose ball on the ground. Schlumont picks it up, feeds it forward. Evanson, right hand, gets fouled. And Gio Evanson will head to the line. He'll shoot a pair. Alan Wright, the 6'5 senior from Hawthorne, California, whistled on the foul, and Evanson will shoot a pair. Evanson's first free throw on the way is good. Southern Oregon lead 11-9. Evanson's second free throw good as well. Southern Oregon with a 3-point lead over Hope International with 12:20 left to play here in the first half. Hope International with the ball beyond the arc. The end of the elbow, this is Wyatt. He'll feed it down low. Whistles blow all around the court. And it is a Southern Oregon foul. Royals will inbound underneath the Raider basket. Edmonds handling the inbound duties. Goes into the corner, finds Addy Dubai. Ball up in the air. Raiders take possession. Anderson, Neff. Jace Anderson. Still with the ball. Trapped in the corner. Finds Schlumock. Kicks it out. 3 on the way. Off the backboard, won't go from Luke Wagstaff. Royals grab the rebound and move across half court with 11:45 left here in the first half. Southern Oregon lead 12-9. Edmonds kicks out into the corner to Addy Gabai. Gabai passes along, still beyond the arc. Royals working, now they go inside. Wyatt, baseline, into the paint. Trapped at the free throw line, and a travel call. Great job by the Raider defense there. Forced the travel. Royals take a 30-second timeout. We'll keep you here at Darling Pavilion in Fullerton, California. Well, the Raiders defeated Hope International 81-59 just 9 days ago. That game was played in Klamath Falls. Hope International had an interesting travel itinerary. They originally were set to fly out of LAX into Medford, and they faced a few delays. They had to spend the night at LAX. They then had to fly to Phoenix, they had to fly to Portland, and then down to Medford before making the hour-and-a-half drive over to Klamath. They reached Danny Miles Court 50 minutes before tip. In that game, the Raiders finally showed signs of breaking out of their slump from the three-point line. They were the Cass State Conference's best from beyond the arc a season ago. Southern Oregon with the ball, 11:13 left in the first half. Into the corner, Neff catches the ball, but his foot on the end line, out of play. And possession turned back over to Hope International. 11:11 left in the first half. 12-9 Southern Oregon lead. Weems loses the ball out of play. Hope International will keep possession. Royals inbound with 25 on the shot clock. Hopkins working, hands it off baseline. Here's Addy Gabai in front of the Raider bench, beyond the three-point line, working through traffic. Wyatt into the elbow, gets it stripped away, and Southern Oregon is in transition. Here's Evanson. Neff fires from the corner, won't go off the shelf, and the Royals take possession. Gabai driving baseline, trying to find an opening. Airballs his shot, it's picked back up by the Royals. Up top, Hope International resets. Hopkins sends it along, 10 to shoot for Hope International. Wyatt. Hopkins working baseline on Schlumack. Still Hopkins, 3 to shoot. Gabai, step back, corner 3 on the way. Gets the and one on the made three-point shot in the corner. And Addy Gabai will now head to the line to try and convert a 4-point play. Gabai's free throw is good. And Gabai gives Hope International the lead on a 4-point play. Evanson off the inbound, takes it coast to coast and lays it up and in. And the lead swings back Southern Oregon's way, 14-13 with 9:50 left here in the first half. Royals in transition, lose the ball. Southern Oregon picks it up. Schlumack crosses half court. This is Neff inside Anderson. Still Anderson trying to work on Amon Haynes. Whistles blow. And possession turned over to the Royals on a travel. Media timeout with 9:39 left in the first half. Southern Oregon leads 14-13 when you come back.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Pick it up. Let's go. Come on. Defense. Defense. What am I teaching you at home? Has this kid played before? Shoot it. Oh. Ah. Come on, ref. Open your eyes. Can't you see out there? So, which one's your kid?
The referee.
You can be a parent, athlete, coach, or an official, but you can only be one. Know your role.
Welcome back inside Darling Pavilion. You're listening to Southern Oregon University men's basketball on the A Sports Radio. Raiders lead 14-13 with 9:35 left in the first half. Royals inbound underneath their own basket and cross half court. Edmonds. Edmonds passes along. Fisher back to Edmonds on the logo. Edmonds drives, kicks. Fisher back up top. Edmonds just in front of the logo. Here's Addy Gabai, who just knocked down a 4-point play. 3 on the way. Off the mark, won't go from C.J. Fisher. Rebounded by Southern Oregon. Jackson. Chuhala for 3. Got it. His teammates call him the catapult for the way he fires his threes. But it's an effective shooting form. Chuhala knocks it down from deep. Southern Oregon lead by 4. Royals beyond the three-point line, still working. This is Edmonds. He'll fire a mid-range off the rim. Chuhala can't get the board. Gabai can't convert on the shot, and Gabai now loses the ball after picking up his own rebound. Raiders in transition, looking to go on a run. Chuhala. Rice, who's back to the game after taking a hard fall early. Dyer. Fens. Into the corner, Jackson fires a 3. Got it. 2013, Southern Oregon leads as they go on a little run of their own. Timeout taken by Hope, and we'll step aside once more. 8:07 left here in the first half. Southern Oregon leads over Hope International 2013.
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherms, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherms Food for Less and Thunderbird Market.
It takes meticulous planning.
Southern Oregon lead over Hope International, 20-13. Royals inbounding. Underneath their own basket, this is Edmonds who carries across half court. Weems back up top, Edmonds. Fisher into the elbow. Wyatt working. Wyatt puts up the shot off the glass and in. And the Royals cut the Raider lead to 5. Juhala inbounds to Dyer. Raiders cross half court. Dyer hands off. Up top, Juhala. Fens back to Jackson. Jackson working beyond the arc. Feeds it inside to Juhala, but it gets intercepted. Weems grabs the ball going the other way for the Royals, left to right. In front of the Raider bench in the corner. This is Wyatt. Wyatt up top finds Edmonds. Edmonds back to Wyatt. Foul called on Bryce Dyer, an off-ball foul. Hope International will inbound. Underneath the Raiders basket, they immediately go up top. Edmonds working, step back jumper on the way, off the rim, won't go. And a foul called. So Emmett Fens picks up a foul, and the Royals will inbound with a new shot clock. Off the inbound, left hand attempt won't go, second attempt does fall. Raiders moving quick in transition. Rice, Jackson. Jackson fires a three on the way, won't go. Dyer picks up the loose ball, working baseline, right hand, got it off the glass. 22-17, Southern Oregon lead with 6:38 left in the first half. Colin Weems for Hope. Into the corner, Wyatt in front of the Raider bench. Up top, Fisher. Onto the elbow, now back down. Fisher, three on the way. Got it. Royals trailed by 7 at one point. They trail by just 2 now. 22-20, Southern Oregon lead. 6:13 left in the first half. Juhala hands off to Rice, who fires from way deep, and he's got it. Brady Rice from way downtown. 25-20, Southern Oregon lead. Raiders shooting 50% from beyond the arc. They're 3 of 6. Royals in transition. They lose the ball. Rice to Juhala. He'll fire a three. The catapult off the front rim. Fens able to grab the rebound. Raiders still in possession. Jackson with a nice Euro step, and he is fouled. Elijah Jackson will head to the line. He'll shoot a pair. C.J. Fisher, the 6'7" senior out of Fontana, California, fouled him as he went up. .540 left here in the first half. Raiders lead 25-20. And it's Elijah Jackson to the line. He'll shoot a pair. Raiders making a pair of substitutions. Luke Wagstaff and Jack Schlumach check into the game. Jackson, second falls after he misses the first. 26-20. Southern Oregon lead by 6. Fisher crosses half court. He'll get it right back. Here's Edmonds. Edmonds for Hope International to Weems. Back to Edmonds. Fisher driving baseline, picks up his dribble, picks up top. 3 on the way from Edmonds. Won't go. Loose ball picked up by Southern Oregon. They move right to left in transition. Jackson thought about the 3. He'll pick up his dribble instead. Now starts his drive. Jackson, right hand, gets it off the glass. Elijah Jackson's got 7 points on the afternoon. Raiders lead by 8, 28-20 with 4:50 left in the first half. Weems feeds it down low inside for Wright. Kicks out into the corner, 3 on the way. And Fisher knocks it down. Royals cut the Raider lead to 5. Dyer up top. Wagstaff passes along. This is Jackson just in front of the logo. Elijah Jackson working beyond the arc. Kicks out. Neff pump fakes the 3. Feeds it down low inside for Wagstaff, and it's out of play. Royals take back possession. Media timeout, 4:19 left here in the first half. Southern Oregon 28, Hope International 23 when you come back.
To stretch their budget this January? That's pretty much all of us. That's why Abby's is offering this giant pizza that can feed up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 hungry people for less than $27. Now, that's an Abby's budget stretching deal. Worried about a no-fun January? Not at Abby's. Dine on our Bacon Cheddar Special. It's delicious and loaded with toppings and real cheese. Plus, it's on sale, and the kids can play some video games. Enjoy fun January at your local Abby's.
When you work with Hart Insurance Agency, you'll experience the quality service and attention to detail that you'll only find with an independent insurance agency. Hart Insurance Agency was founded in 1947 and is one of the largest independent, locally owned agencies in Southern Oregon, with offices in Grants Pass and Medford. Their experienced team of agents have the knowledge to design, place, and to manage your personal and business insurance plans. Find out more. Visit hartinsurance.com.
Welcome back inside Darling Pavilion here in Fullerton, California. You're listening to Southern Oregon University men's basketball on the Ace Sports Radio. Southern Oregon lead over Hope International 28-23. 4:18 left in the first half. Royals inbound out of their own backcourt. This is Weems. Colin Weems, the 6'1 junior out of Northridge, passes along at the free throw line. Wright trying to work on Wagstaff. Wright forced to pass back up top to Fisher. Fisher's pass out of play. Royals keep possession. They'll have 9 on the shot clock when they inbound underneath the Raider basket. Jordan Edmonds, the 6'1 junior, handling the inbound duties. Edmonds into the corner. Weems catch and shoot from the corner, and he's got it for 3. Royals refusing to go away. They trail by just 2. Raiders off the inbound. Dyer. Schlumack beyond the arc. Up top, dangerous pass, but it finds Wagstaff. Wagstaff drives, right hand off the glass, and gets it to go. 30-26, Southern Oregon lead. 3.5 minutes left here in the first half. This is Edmonds for Hope. He kicks it out. Weems catch and shoot 3 off the front rim. Wright comes away with the board, puts it up and in. Raiders lead, cut back to 2. Jackson starts his drive from the three-point line, gets blocked. And Hope International pick up the loose ball. They'll move left to right. Edmonds trying to work on Schlumack. He's forced to go back. He'll receive it on the wing. Schlumack still harassing Edmonds. Edmonds, mid-range jumper, takes a few bounces and falls. And we are tied at 30. Jackson over to Dyer. Neff. Schlumack beyond the arc. Dyer. Back to Neff. Wagstaff hands off once more. Schlumack 12 to shoot for Southern Oregon. Here's a 3 on the way. Got it. Luke Wagstaff, the 6'8 sophomore, came to Southern Oregon by way of Western Colorado University. Knocks down the big 3. Raiders 33, Royals 30, with 2 minutes 10 seconds left until halftime. Here's CJ Fisher. He goes into Allen Wright on the elbow. Wright kicks into the corner. Edmonds drives, picks up his dribble into the paint. Right hand, his shot won't go. Second attempt won't go. Wright grabs the board, puts it up, gets the bucket and the foul. Southern Oregon having some difficulty rebounding here late in the first half. Raiders getting out rebounded 16 to 11. Allen Wright, the 6'5 senior at the line to shoot 1. Wright's free throw up, off the back rim, won't go, and Southern Oregon rebound. Raiders lead by 1 with $1:50 left in the first half. Schlumack after the rebound to Anderson, over to Juhala. Neff. Anderson beyond the arc. Back to Juhala. Schlumack driving baseline. Kicks it back up top to Anderson. 10 to shoot for Southern Oregon. Evanson passes off. Neff drives through the lane and can't convert. Hope International grabbed the rebound. $1:20 remaining. Raiders leading by 1. Royals with the ball, they'll slow things down just beyond the arc. Royals still haven't started their offense. They have 13 to shoot. Fisher still hasn't started the offense. 10 to shoot, throws it in. Possession taken away by Southern Oregon. Evanson leaps up and grabs the ball. Neff, catch and shoot from the top of the arc, won't go. Loose ball picked up by Anderson, and he gets it to fall. Jace Anderson, the redshirt freshman, stands at 6'7" out of Reno, Nevada. Gives the Raiders a 3-point lead. Royals in transition right underneath the basket, lays it up and in. 35 seconds left in the half. Evanson. 5-second difference between game clock and shot clock. 20 to shoot for Southern Oregon. Juhala beyond the arc. 15 to shoot for the Raiders. This is Anderson. Still on the logo, now starts the offense. Into the corner, Neff works off a screen. 7 to shoot, Evanson from the 3-point line. Schlumack drives, kicks out, Juhala, corner 3, got it! Count the basket. And there was a foul on the court as well. That was against Hope International. So Southern Oregon will get to shoot a free throw here to try and convert a 4-point play with 3.7 left here in the first half. It will be Trey Neff at the line. Raiders lead 38-34, a much closer affair than the last time these two teams met on November 15th in Klamath Falls, when Southern Oregon defeated Hope International 81-59. Elijah Jackson had 12, 5, and 2 in that game. Brady Rice had 12 points. Fentz had 11, and Neff had 10. Raiders used a 13-1 surge in that game. It included a Gio Evanson baseline dunk in traffic, along with an Elijah Jackson three-pointer. Now we have some miscommunication on the court. Referees huddled up inside the paint by Hope International's basket. They're trying to figure out what to do. Juhala fired the corner 3, and as the ball was in the air, we had a foul called as well against Hope International. Hope International coach Bill Chet wanting an explanation. Neff, his free throw no good. Schlumack picks it up and puts it back in. And that'll do it. At the half, Raiders lead 40-34. What an effort by Jack Schlumack in the dying seconds of the first half. He's given Southern Oregon a 6-point lead. 40-34, Raiders lead over Hope International at the half. We'll step aside and hear from our sponsors. We'll be back with some halftime analysis here listening to Southern Oregon University men's basketball on the Ace Sports Radio.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Luxurious Karastan flooring. The flooring you need to live beautifully. It's time to enjoy savings with style during the National Karastan Month Journey into Savings event. Right now, save up to $2,000 and pay no interest for 12 full months with your qualifying purchase. Experience the luxury of Karastan exclusively at both Lippert's Carpet One locations, Medford and Grants Pass.
Don't miss the President's Day sales event at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great inventory of new Jeep Gladiator and Grand Cherokee 4x4 models in stock now. Or test drive a new 25 Ram 1500 4x4. Shop online today with our online process to calculate your own payment, whether it's a lease, finance, or cash payment. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you. Former athletes.
Parents.
Community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes and stripes. People like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherms, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherms Food for Less and Thunderbird Market.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
Welcome back inside of Darling Pavilion. Happy to have you aboard. You're listening to Southern Oregon University men's basketball on the A Sports Radio. Raiders lead 40-34 at the halftime break. Raiders shooting 50% from beyond the arc. What a stat that is. They're 5 of 10. They are 14 of 31 from the floor. Southern Oregon 7 of 13 from beyond the arc. They are shooting 53%. They are 13 of 25 from the floor. Raiders getting out-rebounded 16-14. Raiders with 6 steals in that first half. 18 bench points, 7 second chance points, and here's a big one, 10 points in the paint for Southern Oregon. Elijah Jackson has led the way for all scores. He has 7. Joe Juhala is perfect from beyond the arc. He's 2 of 2 for 6 points. Luke Wagstaff and Jack Schlumack have pitched in with 5 each. Gio Evanson has 4 points. Bryce Dyer, MFNs, and Brady Rice all with 3. For Hope International, Darvell Wyatt has 7 points. Nick Hopkins has 6. Jordan Edmonds has 5, and Addy Dubai has 4 points. Those 4 points all came on one play. It was that corner 3 he knocked down about halfway through the first half, and he got fouled on it and went to the line and converted on the 4-point play. 2 minutes, 35 seconds left here in the halftime interval. Both teams out warming up. Raiders lead 40-34 second half when you come back.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Luxurious Karastan flooring. The flooring you need to live beautifully. It's time to enjoy savings with style during the National Karastan Month Journey into Savings event. Right now, save up to $2,000 and pay no interest for 12 full months with your qualifying purchase. Experience the luxury of Karastan exclusively at both Lippert's Carpet One locations, Medford and Grants Pass.
Don't miss the President's Day sales event at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great inventory of new Jeep Gladiator and Grand Cherokee 4x4 models in stock now. Or test drive a new 25 Ram 1500 4x4. Jump online today with our online process to calculate your own payment, whether it's a lease, finance, or cash payment. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Welcome back. Second half action here at Darling Pavilion. Southern Oregon lead over Hope International 40-34. It's a 6-point lead for the Raiders. Your 5 Raiders on the floor. It's Dyer, Juhala, Evanson, Fens, and Elijah Jackson. Hope International start with the ball. They'll inbound, and here we go for the second half. Royals moving right to left. Here's Hopkins. Up top, Wyatt working on the elbow. Still Wyatt, kicks out. Edmonds drives in the lane, hands it off the last second. Underneath the Raiders basket, up and in from Nick Hopkins. 40-36, Raiders in transition. The shot from Fens won't go. He took a bit of contact, and the Royals grab the loose ball. Edmonds working on Evanson. Edmonds for Hope International, hands it off. Wyatt into the corner, 3 on the way from Fisher. He's got it. And the Royals are back within 1. Raiders inbound, 19 minutes left in regulation. Jackson into the corner. This is Emmett Fens trying to find Juhala baseline. Looks like Juhala was fouled. And it will be a foul. Nick Hopkins goes into the book with a foul. So Raiders will inbound baseline underneath the Royals basket. Evanson handling the inbound duties, trying to find a fellow Raider. He goes long to Jackson, a dangerous pass. Jackson picks up his dribble, fires from deep. He's got it. 43-39, Southern Oregon lead with 18:45 left in regulation. Hope International working baseline. Into the lane, Fisher slams it home with 2 hands. Southern Oregon's lead trimmed to 2. Here's Jackson. Over to Juhala. Back to Jackson. Jackson fires from deep. He's got it. Elijah Jackson back-to-back threes. Elijah Jackson now has 13 points on the afternoon on 4 of 6 shooting. Jackson 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. Royals, this is Edmonds. Inside working Hopkins on the free throw line on Juhala, who's able to get a hand in. Out of bounds, Royals will keep possession.
No foul, 3-point shooter. Blue.
Royals will have to move quickly. They have 3 to shoot. They go long. Catch and shoot. 3 is good. CJ Fisher, the 6'7" senior, knocks it down from way deep. And again, the Royals just keeping pace with Southern Oregon. There's Jackson over to Juhala. Still beyond the arc. Fens back up top, almost a half court. This is Dyer. Juhala, Fens. Baseline, Juhala. Juhala trying to back down on Hopkins, turns around, puts it up and in. Joe Juhala with a nice mid-range. Raiders lead 48-44, 17-15 left in regulation. Edmonds for Hope International crosses half court, dodges a poke attempt from Evanson and passes it along. Edmonds inside. This is Wyatt, puts up a mid-range shot, won't go, and a foul called. Southern Oregon whistled on the foul. Elijah Jackson hits up the foul. That's his first. So Royals will inbound underneath the Raider basket.
Joe, turn around, see the counters.
Royals inbound. Long to good. Still goodbye. Lays it off. This is Wyatt in the lane, right hand, and he gets it off the glass. Jackson crosses half court. Dyer. Evanson in front of the Raider bench. Kicks out. Dangerous pass, but it finds Juhala. Fires into the corner. Jackson. Evanson, 3 on the way. Got it. Good ball movement from Southern Oregon. 51-46. Raiders lead by 5. How about this stat? Southern Oregon is shooting 62% from beyond the arc. 10 of 16. Royals down underneath the Raiders basket, put up the shot, it won't go. Fens grabs the loose ball, passes it along. Juhala driving off the glass and in. Joe Juhala has 10 points on 5 of 5 shooting. Royals inbound and cross half court. 53-46, Southern Oregon lead by 7. 15:45 left in the second half. Hawkins working on Juhala, left hand, puts it up, won't go. Juhala whistled on the foul.
Joe! Good job.
Royals will head to the charity stripe. They'll shoot a pair with 15:41 left in regulation. Nick Hopkins, the 6'5" senior at the line, he'll shoot a pair. We'll try and bring Hope International back within 5. Hopkins, first one, hits the back iron and won't go. Royals making a pair of substitutions. Colin Weems checks back into the game. Hopkins at the line for his second. Hopkins knocks it down. It's a 6-point Southern Oregon lead with 15:41 remaining in regulation. Dyer inbounds to Evanson. Raiders cross half court. Evanson being guarded by Gabai. Evanson works off the screen. Still at the top of the arc, now starts his drive, goes behind the back. Picks up his dribble, passes along. Juhala, baseline, off the glass and in. Joe Juhala having himself an afternoon. Raiders lead by 8. Royals cross half court. Backdoor cut off the glass and in from Amon Haynes. Raiders inbound, cross half court, Dyer. Up top, Juhala. Southern Oregon lead by 6 with 14:53 left to play in regulation. Step back, corner 3, no, he won't take it. That was Evanson who absolutely trussed up a defender. Royals grab the loose ball there in transition. Haynes working underneath, throws the ball up, Raiders take it away. Jackson, Evanson. Pass was a bit behind him, he'll hold up play. Back up top, Juhala. He'll fire from way deep. Juhala off the front of the rim. Dyer picks up the rebound. His attempt won't go, gets it again, and he is fouled. Bryce Dyer will head to the line and shoot a pair. Daddy Gabai was whistled on the foul. We have a media timeout on the floor. 14:21 left in regulation. Raiders lead by 6 when you come back.
Luxurious Karastan flooring. The flooring you need to live beautifully. It's time to enjoy savings with style during the National Karastan Month Journey into Savings event. Right now, save up to $2,000 and pay no interest for 12 full months with your qualifying purchase. Experience the luxury of Karastan exclusively at both Lippert's Carpet One locations, Medford and Grants Pass.
Don't miss the President's Day sales event at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat of Medford. We're stocked up on a great selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course, Ram trucks. Choose from our great inventory of new Jeep Gladiator and Grand Cherokee 4x4 models in stock now. Or test drive a new 25 Ram 1500 4x4. Shop online today with our online process to calculate your own payment, whether it's a lease, finance, or cash payment. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Welcome back inside Darling Pavilion. We are in Fullerton, California. You're listening to Southern Oregon University men's basketball on the Ace Sports Radio. Happy to have you aboard. 55-49, Raiders lead by 6. Dyer at the line. And he knocks down the first free throw. Dyer knocks down the second, and he's got 5 points on the afternoon. 57-49, the Raider lead restored to 8. They've been trying to pull away at times in the first half. They did, leading by as many as 9, but the Royals have refused to go away quietly. Weems with the ball for the Royals. He kicks it out to Fisher. Fisher, a cross-court pass, now working baseline. Working on Schlumack, kicked out. Weems pump fakes the 3, pulls up mid-range on the way, and it falls. And now a foul called as the ball was bouncing around on the rim.
No way. Absolutely.
Jack Schlumack called on the foul. And so the Royals will keep possession after the made shot. It's the second time that's happened in this game where the shot's been bouncing around the rim and then an off-ball foul has occurred.
We'll play through it.
13:56 left in regulation. Royals inbound underneath the Raiders basket. They go up top. Edmonds passes inside. This is Hopkins going up into a double team, and he's fouled. And Jack Schlumack picks up another foul. So make that 2 fouls for Jack Schlumack on the afternoon. And that sends Nick Hopkins to the line. Hopkins knocks down the first and brings the Royals within 5. Hopkins, second from the line, is good. And it brings the Royals within 4. Evanson gets the inbound from Schlumack. Passes along. Up top, Anderson with a nice backdoor cut. Neff off the glass, can't get it. And the Royals grab the loose ball and are in transition. Moving right to left across half court. Fisher passes off once more. Right with a mid-range shot that won't fall. Loose ball, Raiders come away with it. Schlumack, Raiders with numbers. Wagstaff to Neff. Back to Wagstaff. Over to Schlumack. 13:05 to play. Schlumack. Down low inside Anderson, off the glass, gets it to fall. 59-53, Southern Oregon's lead back to 6. Royals in transition. Wyatt on the free throw line, picks up his dribble, his pass intercepted. Raiders moving left to right. Evanson with a nice Euro step. A shot off the glass that won't go, but he is fouled. He'll go to the line and shoot a pair. Evanson at the line, he'll shoot a pair. First one on the way from Evanson falls. We have blood on the court and blood on a uniform of a Hope International player. Referee making it known that the training staff has 20 seconds to get the blood off the jersey. Raiders lead 60-53. If you're just joining, welcome. You picked a good time to tune in on the A Sports Radio. You're listening to Southern Oregon University men's basketball. Live from Darling Court here in Fullerton, California. 12:38 left here in the second half. Evanson at the line. He has 8 points on the afternoon, looking for 9. Evanson knocks it down. He's got 9 points. He is a perfect 4 of 4 from the line this afternoon. Royals inbound in cross half court. Weems working, hands it off in the paint. Foul called. A blocking foul. And this might be against Jack Schlumock, who's starting to rack up fouls quickly. And that is his third. Royals will inbound underneath the Raider basket.
Out, Jack, outside of it.
Weems inbounds. They'll go up top to Wyatt. Edmonds into the corner. Weems, 3 on the way. He's got it. Raiders lead cut to 5. Evanson. Wagstaff. Neff. Anderson. Schlumock thought about the 3. He'll keep dribbling and pass it along. Still beyond the arc. Raiders moving the ball. Evanson. Up top, Anderson. 10 to shoot for Southern Oregon. The offense looking a little discombobulated. 5 to shoot. Schlumock fires a 3. He's got it. Jack Schlumock knocks it down. He's got 8 points on the afternoon. Royals at the other end. Into the corner. Edmonds on the elbow. Working is Hopkins. Hopkins off the glass, won't go. Loose ball. Hopkins picks it up and puts it back in. Raiders moving quickly across half court. They lead by 6 with 11 and a half minutes left to go. Wagstaff. Anderson. Evanson. Evanson works off a screen. Back to Wagstaff. Wagstaff starting his drive from the three-point line. Turnaround jumper from the free throw line won't fall. Neff grabs the loose ball, kicks it out. Wagstaff loses possession. Royals going the other way. And Edmonds lays it up and in. Raiders lead is trimmed to 4. 10 minutes, 50 seconds left in regulation. Neff. Schlumock still beyond the arc. Inside, Anderson able to grab the pass, puts it off the glass and in. Count the bucket and the foul for Jace Anderson. Edmonds had a little too much contact with Anderson, and the Raiders lead by 6. Anderson, the redshirt freshman, will shoot 1 from the line. Anderson knocks down the free throw, and Jace Anderson has 7 points on the afternoon. Royals at the other end. This is Gabai. Gabai loses the ball. Neff able to take it. Schlumock then turns over possession once more. Royals will reset their offense. A foul called. Jace Anderson called on the infraction. And Hope International will inbound in front of their own bench. Jabai inbounds and finds Edmonds, who passes along to Hayes, who gets the bucket and the foul. So that's Jack Schlumont. That's his 4th foul.
Luke! You gotta fall when they ram you. You gotta go down.
Haynes shooting 1 from the line. Won't go. And a foul called on Hope International. It's a lane violation. Nick Hopkins picks up the foul, so the Raiders will inbound. (67-62) Raiders lead with 10 minutes, 10 seconds left in regulation. Evanson off the inbound, dribbles the ball across half court on his left hand. Wagstaff to Schlumont, who has 4 fouls. Anderson turns the corner. Anderson off the glass, won't go. Fight for the loose ball, and the Royals come away with it. Royals moving quickly right to left. Edmonds fakes the pull-up jumper, hits up his dribble. Here's Jabai. Back to Edmonds.
Out, Jack! Out, Jack! Out, Jack! Out!
Jabai. On the elbow, kicks back up top. Edmonds over to Wyatt. 7 to shoot for Hope International. Turnaround jumper in the lane, and it falls from Amon Haynes. The Raider lead is trimmed to 3 as their offense has somewhat stalled here in the middle goings of the second half. Schlumont, baseline, throws it into the corner, finds Neff. Neff drives right hand, can't get it, but he'll get the foul. So CJ Fisher hits up the foul, and Coach Bill Chet needs to be careful to not pick up a tech. Media timeout, 67-64 Southern Oregon lead. Trey Neff going to the line to shoot a pair when you come back.
I got a shooter. Or my bad. It doesn't matter. I got a shooter.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Southern Oregon University men's basketball live on the A Sports Radio from Fullerton, California. Raiders lead over Hope International 67-64 with 9:06 left in the second half. This is Neff at the line shooting a pair. And he knocks down the first. Neff's second free throw on the way, and he gets them both to fall. 69-64, Raiders lead by 5. Royals inbound, moving right to left in their all-white uniforms. Gray letters, gray numbers. Edmonds. Still beyond the arc, gets it right back. Hands it off, Fisher starts his drive and kicks out. Edmonds, elbow, jumper, moving off balance, and he gets it to fall. 69-66, Raiders lead by 3. This is Elijah Jackson. Juhala hands it off to Schlumont. Schlumont turns the corner, 3-man weave up top. Juhala, Evanson, Dyer. Schlumont, still beyond the arc, 14 to shoot for Southern Oregon. Elijah Jackson works off a screen, back into Dyer, his pass intercepted. It's picked out by Darvell Wyatt. Royals in transition. Wyatt is fouled before he could get the shot off. So Elijah Jackson picks up the foul. That sends Darvell Wyatt to the line. First one from Wyatt is good, as Hope International are in the bonus with 8:18 left to play in the second half. Wyatt's second attempt won't go. Royals get the inbound, but a foul called on Hope International. So Amon Haynes called on the foul, and that puts Southern Oregon in the bonus. So from one free throw line to the other. Two big free throws coming up for Southern Oregon. They only lead by 2 with 8:17 left in regulation. Dyer knocks the first one down. Hope International coming into this matchup ranked number 23 in the country. Dyer knocks them both down. Some good free throw shooting from Bryce Dyer. Raiders lead by 4. Hope International cross half court. Edmonds working on Evanson. Gets it back from Jabai. Fisher back to Edmonds beyond the arc. Inside working. Royals can't get the shot off. Darvell Wyatt misses. And Dyer has to stop in his tracks. Raiders at the other end. Schlumach. Jackson thought about the 3. He'll go cross court to Evanson. Evanson working on Fisher. Trapped in the corner, goes up top. 12 to shoot for Southern Oregon. Schlumach passes along. Juhala. Still Joe Juhala. Dyer with 3 to shoot. Juhala baseline working, 2 to shoot. Fadeaway jumper, air balls, and the Royals take possession. Haynes in transition, lays up the alley-oop. And Fisher able to slam it home with the foul. Bryce Dyer called on the foul. CJ Fisher at the line, trying to bring Hope International back within 1. 7:21 left in the second half. Fisher knocks down the free throw. Raiders lead 71-70. 7:15 left in regulation. Evanson for Southern Oregon in front of the Raider bench. Up top, Juhala now to the left-hand side. Schlumach, dangerous pass. Royals take over possession. Fisher in transition. Royals looking to take the lead. A foul called on Southern Oregon. Technicals being dished out. Joe Juhala with his hands on his head. He's claiming he didn't say anything.
Hey, our guy didn't do anything. I watched him the whole time. Our guy did nothing. That's not a double. He didn't do anything.
So we've got a technical handed out, I believe, to both teams.
He got hit.
Tensions rising inside the Darling Pavilion. Substitutions being made. Neff steps back on the court, as does Luke Wagstaff for Southern Oregon. Raiders led by as many as 9 in the first half, as many as 8 in this second half. But the Royals just never went away and are now going on a bit of a run themselves.
Hey, you gotta execute confidently.
So at the line, this is Amon Haynes, the freshman, shooting 1. Darvell Wyatt getting ready to check in, and now there's some miscommunication on exactly how many shots Amon Haynes will be shooting. So Haynes shooting 2 with a chance to give Hope International the lead. Haynes knocks down the first one. We are tied at 71 with 7 minutes left to play. Haynes' second free throw is good. The Royals take the lead 72-71. Elijah Jackson off the inbound. Over to Dyer. Evanson works off a screen from Dyer. Still Evanson. Drives into the paint, kicks out into the corner. Neff up to Jackson, 15 to shoot for Southern Oregon. Jackson drives back to Neff, who works off a screen into the lane. Neff gets rejected against the glass. Royals in transition. Goodbye. Hands off to Fisher. Fisher to Edmonds. Royals with possession, 15 to shoot beyond the arc. Edmonds passes along. Haynes working, spins on Wagstaff and lays it up and in. 74-71, Hope International lead. Wagstaff. Evanson thought about the three, he'll drive. Jackson pump fakes the three, now takes it from the corner, drains it. Elijah Jackson knocks it down. 74-74, timeout taken by Southern Oregon with 5:54 left in regulation. Full timeout taken by Coach Matt Zosel. We'll take one with them. 5:54 left. 74-74 when you come back.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Welcome back. You're listening to Southern Oregon University men's basketball on the EA Sports Radio, live from Fullerton, California, inside the Darling Gymnasium on the campus of Hope International University. Royals inbound with 5:50 left in regulation. We are tied at 74. Edmonds for Hope International. He'll pass it along. They find Wyatt on the free throw line. Wyatt now baseline. Picks up his dribble. Wyatt in a bit of trouble, spins, puts up the shot, and a foul called.
God, don't foul that!
Luke Wagstaff, the 6'8 sophomore, whistled on the foul, and that sends Darvell Wyatt to the line. Wyatt's first one is good. Raiders with 17 fouls in this game. Royals lead over Southern Oregon by 1. Here's Wyatt at the line to make that 2. And he does. 76-74. Raiders inbound with 5.5 minutes left in regulation. Wagstaff, Evanson, Anderson over to Dyer. Dyer fires from 3. Off the front of the rim, picked up by Anderson, who's blocked. And the Royals pick up the loose ball. They'll go forward. Fisher. Up top, Edmonds. Edmonds works off the screen. Pulls up mid-range jumper on the way, won't go. Dyer grabs the board. 5 minutes left. Royals 76, Raiders 74. Jackson. Over to Wagstaff, still beyond the arc. Raiders working. Evanson drives the lane, right hand, gets it off the glass. Good technique from Gio Evanson. We are tied at 76. 4:40 remaining in regulation. Royals with the ball beyond the arc. They feed it inside to Wyatt. Wyatt working off the glass, won't go. Loose ball. Picked up by Wyatt in the corner. And the timeout given to Hope International. Wyatt was stumbling in the corner. And now a technical. A technical foul called on the coach of Hope International University. Hope International coach Bill Check in his 17th season, losing his cool a little bit going into the timeout. And a technical foul called on him almost immediately by 2 out of the 3 referees. We are tied at 76. If you're just joining us here on the A Sports Radio, you picked a fantastic time. You're listening to Southern Oregon University men's basketball. 4:26 left in regulation. 76-76. Story of the game has been the Raiders' lights-out shooting from beyond the arc. It's kept them in this game. It allowed them to go on a few different runs. They are 12 of 19 from beyond the arc. They are shooting 63%. Similar stats across the board for both sides. 13 turnovers for Southern Oregon, 12 for Hope International. Royals are out-rebounding the Raiders, but it's a slim margin, 23-21. Raiders have 9 steals, Royals have 8. It's a very back-and-forth affair inside the Darling Gymnasium. Southern Oregon with 35 bench points. So Elijah Jackson at the line for Southern Oregon off the technical foul. Jackson in the pink and white Nikes steps up to the line. First one is good from Jackson. Jackson's second one on the way, it rims out. So it will be Royals basketball. They'll be inbounding underneath the Raider basket. On the baseline, Southern Oregon now lead by 1 after the Jackson free throw. 77-76. Royals inbound to Wyatt. Up top, Fisher. Over to Edmonds. Edmonds beyond the arc. Jackson switches off and will defend him. Fisher up top, 8 to shoot for Hope International. Edmonds passes along. Back to Edmonds with 3 to shoot, 2 to shoot. Puts up a shot, and he makes it. That is outrageous. From way beyond the arc, 79-77. Raiders trail by 2. Anderson passes along to Jackson. Jackson back down to Anderson, who kicks it out. 3 on the way. Won't go. Raiders come up with a loose ball and kick it out. Anderson, that was a big rebound for Southern Oregon. Evanson in the paint, fadeaway jumper, gets it to fall. We're tied at 79. Under 3.5 minutes left in regulation. Joju Halla getting ready to check in for Southern Oregon. Fisher up top, Edmonds. Jabai. So Jabai gets the ball poked away. Southern Oregon take over possession with 3:10 left. Jackson, ball in his right hand. Hits up his dribble to Dyer. Back to Jackson. Jackson calls out a play. He'll swing it wide to Evanson. Evanson working baseline. Still Evanson, 10 to shoot for Southern Oregon. Kick back up top, another dangerous pass. And it's Royals basketball. The pass to Anderson wasn't quite high enough.
It's just reaction, you know? You're right, you're right. I'm not trying to be aggressive.
2 minutes, 50 seconds remaining. 79-79. Weems inbounds, and the Royals move right to left across half court. Inside, this is Haynes, who kicks it back up top to Edmonds. Inside, Haynes. This is Hopkins. Hopkins working on Anderson. Breaks through a double team. Can't get it to go. He'll get his own rebound. Puts it up again. Again can't get it to go. Again gets his own rebound. And is now fouled on his 3rd attempt. So Joju Hulla picks up the foul. That sends Hope International to the line. This is Nick Hopkins at the line. The senior will shoot a pair. Hopkins knocks down the first, and the Royals take an 80-79 lead. Hopkins' second free throw attempt is good, 81-79. Hope International lead over Southern Oregon. Coach Solsel giving his players a play. Dyer beyond the arc on the wing, 2:15 left here in the second half. Evanson working on Weems, baseline. Still Evanson, goes up and over Weems, his shot is off the mark. And the Royals rebound with 2 minutes left in regulation. Edmonds wants a screen, he'll work off of it. Weems, 13 to shoot for Hope International. Left-handed shot won't go. Raiders come away with the board. Dyer can't pick up the ball. Raiders catch a lucky break. Jace Anderson tried to push the issue early, and his pass to Dyer nearly disaster for Southern Oregon. Timeout taken by Southern Oregon. A minute 39 left in the second half. Royals lead 81-79. If there was ever a time for Southern Oregon to tap into their lights-out three-point shooting this afternoon, it would be now. They are 12 of 20 from beyond the arc. Elijah Jackson is 4 of 5 from deep. He has 17 points on the afternoon. Joju Hulla is 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. Schlumack 2 of 2 from beyond the arc. Royals have been able to kind of out-physical the Raiders in the last 6 minutes or so. They have 30 points in the paint this afternoon compared to Southern Oregon's 18. Raiders will inbound on the far side away from the Raider bench. In the front court, Dyer looking for a teammate. He goes to Jackson up top. A minute 35 remaining. A massive possession for Southern Oregon. Jackson kicks the ball out. It was almost up and down. Evanson drives, baseline won't go. Second attempt won't go. Anderson, third attempt is knocked out of play. So Raiders will keep possession. They'll have 18 to shoot with a $1:20 left on the game clock. Dyer needs to inbound, goes to Juhala. Juhala turns around and fires. It won't go. Dyer gets the board and then loses the ball. A foul called. Foul goes against Bryce Dyer. So the Royals will shoot a pair with a minute 14 remaining. It's Nick Hopkins to the line. Hopkins is 5 of 6 from the charity stripe this afternoon. Hopkins' first one on the way is good. Makes it a 3-point game.
Drag it, Trip. Pace. Get a good one. We got time. We got a lot of time, fellas. Execute.
Hopkins at the line for his second, and he misses. It stays a 3-point game. Out of bounds off of Juhala, and possession given back to the Royals. Off the missed free throw, Juhala couldn't keep it in. So 82-79, still a 3-point game. Royals inbound with a $1:10 remaining, and they lose the ball. Southern Oregon pick it back up. Jackson crosses half court. Evanson, 1 minute remaining. Dyer beyond the arc, 20 to shoot. Raiders trail by 3, needing a bucket. Anderson inside, right hand, it won't go. He gets his own rebound. Jump ball called, possession will stay with Southern Oregon. 48 seconds remaining. They'll inbound baseline. Nine seconds to shoot for Southern Oregon. Dyer goes to Jackson. Corner 3 on the way. It won't go. Rebounded by the Royals. Whistles blow. We had 3 players down on the floor. This will be Royals ball when play resumes. 43 seconds remaining. 82-79. Hope International lead over Southern Oregon. Hope International had 34 first half points. They now have 48 second half points. Raiders have mostly kept pace with their scoring. They had 40 first half points. They have 39 here in the second half. Royals inbounding underneath their own basket, 43 seconds left. They inbound, out of bounds, Raiders ball, an errant pass. It was Darvell Wyatt trying to give it back to Fisher, who inbounded it, and it goes out of bounds. Raiders basketball. They'll inbound baseline underneath the Royals basket. Dyer. Raiders have been given a new lease in this game. Timeout taken by Southern Oregon. Dyer couldn't find an open teammate. 41.2 seconds showing on the game clock. Raiders trail by 3. And they don't necessarily need a 3 here. They could go for just an easy basket. They haven't been able to find said easy basket in quite a few minutes. You'd have to go back to the early goings of the second half when they were putting layups in left and right. If you're just joining us, you're listening to Southern Oregon University men's basketball on the A Sports Radio. I'm Kyle Clements, happy to have you aboard, and a big thank you to Joe Brett, our executive producer back at the station, making sure everything runs smoothly. Raiders shooting 12 of 21 from beyond the arc, 57%. They are shooting 77% at the line, as opposed to Hope International 72% from the line. Coach Matt Zosel drawing up a play for Southern Oregon. Royals break out of their timeout. Raiders do the same. Southern Oregon will be inbounding underneath the Royals basket. They trail 82-79 with 41 seconds left in regulation. Elijah Jackson will inbound. Jackson goes up top. Evanson works off a screen. Jackson fires a 3. It rims out. Loose ball out of play. Royals basketball. It was a good look for Elijah Jackson. One of the better looks they've had. And now with 32.1 seconds, the Raiders will have to foul here. Darvell Wyatt inbounding, goes to Edmonds. Edmonds trapped. Back to Wyatt. Wyatt feeds it forward. Jabai gets it to go with the foul. (84-79) Royals lead. Jack Schlumack called on the foul. So Adi Jabai at the line. He'll shoot one. 22 seconds remaining here in regulation. Jabai at the line to make this a 6-point game. Jabai knocks it down. Royals make a late substitution. On steps Amon Haynes. Jabai steps off. Southern Oregon inbound. Jackson sprinting forward across half. Lays it off. Dyer with 15 seconds. Juhala hands off back to Jackson. Raiders need to move quickly. Fens will fire a three. Won't go. Royals grab the loose ball and a foul called. 7.7 seconds left. Gio Evanson whistled on the foul, and that sends Hope International back to the line. Edmonds at the line, knocks down the first one for Hope International, makes it 86-79. Royals over Southern Oregon. Edmonds knocks them both down. Jackson inbounds to Dyer. Dyer moves forward. Evanson, Jackson. And Jackson will simply dribble it out. Your final, Hope International defeats Southern Oregon University 87-79. It comes just 9 days after the Raiders defeated Hope International 81-59 over in Klamath Falls. With the loss, the Raiders fall to 2-4. They will play their final non-conference game of the season tomorrow evening against the Masters. Raiders shot 52% from beyond the arc. They went 12 of 23. They shot 25 of 55 from the floor, and they went 17 of 22 from the line. Raiders had an astounding 37 bench points. Elijah Jackson led the way for all scorers for Southern Oregon. He had 17. Gio Evanson had 13. Joe Juhala with 12 points on 5 of 7 shooting. Jack Schlumack went 3 of 4 from the floor, including a perfect 2 of 2 from beyond the arc for 8 points. Raiders were in control for about the first half hour of this game. Royals woke up. Raiders started having a little bit of trouble on defense. They got into foul trouble a little early in that second half. And the game slowly slipped away from them in the last 5 minutes after it seemed like possession was going back and forth every couple of seconds, whether it was an errant pass out of bounds, a foul, or whatever have you. That's going to do it for us here from Darling Pavilion in Fullerton, California. Your final one more time. 87-79 as Hope International take the win. Southern Oregon drops to 2-4 on the season. Thank you for tuning in. You've been following along with Southern Oregon University men's basketball on the Ace Sports Radio. Don't forget Monday Night Football coming up tonight here on the Ace. Panthers, Niners in a fun NFC showdown. That'll do it for us. I'm Kyle Clemens signing off. Go Raiders.